blessings unto you all. Thank you for having me, and thank you for all being here. I'm amazed with the turn up and how many people have showed up. I'm speaking from the Islamic perspective, not as a faith leader, but just as a follower of the Islamic faith and as a Muslim. So I'd like to start off with introducing Islamic environmental ethics. And Islamic environmental ethics are the basis for Muslims to follow what is prescribed to us by God, by the one creator, on how to preserve and protect the environment. So I think that Angela very well covered the spiritual, significance of water in Islam and how Muslims, connect with water, how we perceive water and how important it is to our survival. Under Islamic environmental ethics, Muslims have an obligation, and humanity has an obligation and a duty to protect the environment. Of course, water is part of this. It is the essential source of life, of sustenance and of purification. Without water, those three things can't occur. So under Islamic environmental ethics, one of the core principles is the principle of a Khalif, which is Arabic for steward. And in that ethic, we see that we are actually assigned as stewards of the earth, as someone that needs to protect the environment and someone that's been given a responsibility. So we do not have a right over the environment, we do not have a right over water. We actually have a responsibility to preserve it, to protect it, and to ensure that it is, not running out. And we are seeing at the moment that it is being tarnished, it is being destroyed, and we are not in any way, practicing our role as a steward on it. So what I want to bring to you is that bring forward the concept of us being a steward, and hopefully in seeing that we can again refocus and shift the way that we see the earth, shift the way that we see water, and see that we actually have a responsibility over it, that it's not something that is just there. And I'm sure that we are all like-minded in that respect. But again, when we see ourselves as someone that is responsible, hopefully we can start to be more proactive. And I'm so proud of the fact that we have Walk for Water, an organisation and a movement towards protecting and preserving the environment. So what I wanted to just demonstrate was that we do have environmental ethics that prescribe a way of protecting the earth. And I guess that whether it's truly being embraced, it is questionable. In saying that though, I guess that as humanity, we can understand our duty and we can start to practice it all together. And this is a classic example of how that's occurring. So I personally feel I need to just be more wary of how I use water. And I think that I realised this whilst travelling recently, that I couldn't drink water from a tap, that I had to purchase water. And then I remember saying to my sister, I really am starting to appreciate every bit of water I drink. And you don't want to, pour out the rest of your glass. And you start to really appreciate that you can, in the shower, open up your mouth and not get sick. So it is about a great sense of appreciation, but in Islam it's also about protection and an actual duty to do so. So I just hope that we can all leave today reshifting our focus and seeing our role in the environment more so as a responsibility rather than a right over the resources we have. So again, I pour some Zamzam water that Angela's passed on to me, and I pray that we start to fulfill our role as steward in the best way possible.